Paying $150 for cable in 2026 is a total scam, period. Welcome back to Tech Vibes. Today we are diving deep into the world of IPTV. I am talking about the ultimate guide to how people are watching TV right now. There are three main ways to get your content. You have the free way, you have the legal way, and then you have the underground way. I am going to break down all three for you. I will show you what is worth your time. I will show you what is actually legal, and I will show you what the big cable companies are trying to keep quiet. Let's get right into it. First off, we need to define what we are talking about. IPTV stands for Internet Protocol Television. That is it. It is not magic. Instead of getting your TV through a clunky cable box or an old antenna, you are getting it through the internet. It is the same channels and the same shows, they are just delivered differently. Think of it as cutting the cord from your cable company and replacing it with your Wi-Fi. If you have internet, you can have IPTV. It is a total game changer for your home setup. Now, before you spend a single dollar, you should know something important. There are completely free and legal IPTV services out there right now. You might have heard of some of these already. We are talking about Pluto TV, Plex, Tubi, and Samsung TV Plus. All of these give you live channels at zero cost. Seriously, $0. Now you might be wondering what the catch is. Well, you are going to get a more limited selection, and you will definitely have to deal with ads. But honestly, if you just want background TV or some basic news and entertainment, these might be enough. They are a no-brainer if you want to save money. You will just need a smart TV or a streaming device to run them. Think of a Firestick, a Roku, or an Apple TV. Just download the app and you are good to go. But maybe you want the premium experience. As of 2026, here is what the legal landscape looks like. If you go with YouTube TV, it is going to cost you $82.99 a month. For that price, you get over 100 channels. You also get unlimited DVR, which is huge. It has arguably the best interface out there. Everything is super snappy and easy to find. This is the one I personally keep coming back to because it just works. Then you have Hulu Plus Live TV. This one sits at $89.99 a month. You get around 95 channels, but the real value here is the bundle. It comes with Disney Plus and ESPN Plus. That is a solid deal if you already use those services. Instead of paying for them separately, you just bundle them together and save some cash. If those feel too pricey, check this out. Sling TV is the budget option at $46 a month. You can pick the orange plan, the blue plan, or both. You get fewer channels, but it is way cheaper. It is perfect if you know exactly what channels you want and don't want to pay for fluff. Then there is Fubo TV. This is the king for international soccer and sports fans. The pricing varies, but you should expect to pay anywhere from $75 to $90 a month. The beauty of all these legal services is the flexibility. You can cancel anytime. There are no contracts and no cancellation fees. You can subscribe to YouTube TV for a month to watch a specific season. Then you can swap to Fubo TV for a bit for a big tournament. Going back and forth is the real power of legal IPTV. Now let's talk about the side of IPTV that everyone is whispering about. We are uncovering this so you understand how the tech works, not so you go out and do it. There are two main ways people are accessing the underground side. The first method is the classic IPTV subscription route. Here is how that works behind the scenes. Someone out there is capturing live TV signals. They then rebroadcast them through their own private servers. They sell access to those streams for a cheap price, usually between $15 and $30 a month. For that small price, you are getting thousands of channels. We are talking about every sport, every pay-per-view event, and channels from every country on Earth. It is a fraction of the legal cost. People usually find these providers by searching Google for IPTV providers, or they browse Reddit communities and join private Discord servers. Once you subscribe, the provider gives you a URL and login credentials. You then take that info and plug it into an app. The gold standard app for this is called TVMate. It gives you a clean cable TV style interface. You get a channel guide. You can set favorites, and it even has DVR-like features. So the flow is simple. Find a provider, pay them, get your credentials, enter them into TVMate, and boom, you are watching live TV. But you have to consider the risks. These providers come and go constantly. Some of them are straight up scams. Your internet provider can also see exactly what servers you are connecting to. Some people use a VPN to mask that traffic, but it is an extra step. Also, the content creators and networks see $0 from these services. There are providers that have been running underground for years, but finding them takes a ton of research and technical know-how. The second underground method is the plug-and-play route. This involves dedicated streaming boxes like the Superbox S7 Max. I have mentioned the product link in the description. These are Android-based devices that retail for around $399. They come preloaded with apps and interfaces that give you everything: live TV, movies, shows, and sports, all right out of the box. Let's look at the specs. The Superbox S7 Max runs on Android 12. It has 4 GB of RAM and 64 GB of storage. It can even support 6K resolution and Wi-Fi 6. It comes with a fancy voice remote too. It even has a 7-day time shift feature. That means you can rewind up to a full week of content. On the surface, it looks like any premium device you would buy at a big box store. But the difference is what is actually on it. These boxes are loaded with apps that access thousands of channels without a monthly sub. You pay the one-time cost for the hardware, and you are all set. You can find them on eBay or Walmart or through resellers. Some sellers even offer 24/7 customer support. The appeal is obvious. No monthly fees, no hunting for providers, no entering weird credentials. But here is the thing, the content is still not licensed. The channels are not being paid for. While the hardware itself is legal, the delivery is in that same gray territory. There are also rumors of malware on some of these boxes. I have not confirmed that myself yet, but you should be careful. So which method do people choose? It usually comes down to how tech savvy you are and how much money you want to spend. The TV Mate method is cheaper monthly, but it requires more setup and you have to trust a random provider. The streaming box method costs way more upfront, but it is as simple as plugging in an HDMI 2.1 cable and connecting to the 5 GHz Wi-Fi. Both carry the same legal risks at the end of the day. Look, I am not here to tell you what to do. My job at Tech Vibes is to make sure you understand the tech. If you want my recommendation, you should stick with the legal options. YouTube TV and Hulu Live have gotten so good now. The gap between legal and illegal isn't as wide as it used to be. Plus, you get reliability. You get a real DVR. And you are not wondering if your service is going to disappear overnight. But if you like living on the edge, you now know exactly how it works. It is a personal decision for everyone. If you are setting this up yourself, remember to check your network. If you are using an IP address like 192.168.1.1, make sure your router is optimized. Sometimes changing your DNS to 8.8.8.8 can help with streaming speeds. If you are on the 2.4 GHz band, you might see buffering. Always try to use the 5 GHz band for the best experience. Using a high-quality HDMI 2.1 cable can also ensure you get that crisp 4K or 6K output. These small technical tweaks make a huge difference in your viewing quality. If you are setting this up yourself, remember to check your network. If you are using an IP address like 192.168.1.1, make sure your router is optimized. Sometimes changing your DNS to 8.8.8.8 can help with streaming speeds. If you are on the 2.4 GHz band, you might see buffering. Always try to use the 5 GHz band for the best experience. Using a high-quality HDMI 2.1 cable can also ensure you get that crisp 4K or 6K output. These small technical tweaks make a huge difference in your viewing quality.